The gentlewoman is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today to urge my colleagues to oppose Joint Resolution 79. This resolution seeks to unconstitutionally remove the deadline for ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment. In 1972, Madam Speaker, when I was 10 years old, Congress originally set the deadline for ratification at 7 years by a 2/3 vote. Before the original time period expired, Congress then passed a 3-year extension, which also passed before the necessary number of states ratified the amendment. Today, 37 years after the constitutional time has expired, it is quite clear that because of a new focus on a so-called right to taxpayer-funded abortion, the Equal Rights Amendment does not have support from a 2/3 majority of Congress or likely from 2/3 of the states. Certainly, as we've seen, at least 5 states have already rescinded. Instead of following the guidance of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg and starting the amendment process over again as the founders intended, and this is, let me just say, Madam Speaker, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's legal view as a member of the U.S. Supreme Court. It is her legal view. It is her constitutional view. Instead, Democrats are attempting today to retroactively and unconstitutionally remove this deadline by a simple majority vote. For decades, Congress has expressed the will of the American people and not used taxpayer dollars for abortion. Whether they were Democrat or Republican presidents, split chambers of Congress, or one party in control of both branches of government, there has been bipartisan agreement on appropriations language to limit taxpayer-funded abortions and support basic pro-life protections across our country. If the Democrat majority wants to test that bipartisan agreement and upend decades of precedent, they're welcome to use the simple, clear process laid out in Article 5, new and legal ERA amendments that support equal rights for women.
I give 30 more seconds.
They are welcome to use simple, clear process laid out in Article 5 of the Constitution to propose and adopt a new and legal ERA amendment. And let me be clear, Madam Speaker, I support equal rights for women, as does the U.S. Constitution. But skirting that process for partisan gain sets a dangerous and un-American precedent. I urge my colleagues to protect our democracy and to vote no. Thank you, and I yield back.